The Woody Allen movie Bullets Over Broadway is now a hit stage production at the St. James Theater right off Broadway. And this morning we are joined by one of its stars, Tony nominee Nick Cordero.
How are you, man?
Man, this is great meeting you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, this guy. First off, congratulations on your Tony nomination. What's that? What's it feel like to be a Tony nominee?
Surreal. It's busy at the moment, actually. That's what a word I can use to describe it.
Good busy, though.
Good
right?
busy, absolutely. It's, you know, just going to all the junkets and the events and meeting all the other nominees. It's a really celebratory atmosphere, and it's a great opportunity to, you know, celebrate everyone's work and meet people that I've admired for you know, years. And it's just great to be at the party, man. I feel like I've already won.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're very humble, and you've been in the business for years, too. But I want to focus on your work in Bullets Over Broadway. We have a little bit to show, so let's take a look.
Please don't touch my teeth, they're what I use to chew.
There'll be a change in your walk, I guess I should explain. That's 'cause folks walk different when they use a cane. 'Cause nobody loves you when your legs are broke.
There'll be some changes made.
No joke.
Nobody loves you when your legs are broke.
Absolutely not.
I got to tell you, and I got to tell you, too, your numbers are showstoppers. That thing you do in the first act, you know, tain't nobody's business if I do.
Yeah.
So I'm watching the show the other night, and it literally, the show stopped. It was almost a standing ovation.
Yeah.
And then there's this look you get where we all know, you know we love you, and you're the chorus behind you, all these dancing mobsters, how you've cleverly incorporated the song into the text, and your voice just hitting it out of the park. The dancing, it's like a Broadway moment.
Yeah,
what's it like to do that 8 times a week?
It's amazing. You know, when I first showed up, Susan Stroman said, "So by the way, you're going to be, you know, you're going to lead a gangster tap number in the show," and I'm not a tap dancer, or at least at that time I wasn't.
You're not a tap dancer?
I'm not really, no. I mean, you know, I've always danced, and, you know, I like to move around and stuff, but that was pretty intricate stuff. And, but, you know, it's a testament to her choreography and her talent and the team she has around her. That, you know, we showed up early every day before rehearsal just to sort of get me acclimatized to what I was supposed to be doing up there. And now it's a lot of fun. You know, I kind of know the steps, and I'm able to imbue it with character, and it's just an extension of Cheech's artistry, I think.
Yeah, which is kind of what the show is all about. Cheech is actually responsible for the success, but it cost him dearly. This came right at the nick of time, right? I read somewhere that you were almost ready to give up, go into another field.
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, I'm performing something that I would always do, you know, no matter what. But you know, I was in real estate courses when I got this job.
You were going to go into real estate.
I was going to go into real estate. Not that that's a bad thing.
No,
you know,
no.
Good. You know, everyone should have it, own it. It's good for the economy. But yeah, I was looking for something a little more stable, and you know, the life of an actor can be a little mercurial sometimes.
Sure. Well, and I, with all due respect, I say this to all the Broadway stars we have on the show. You guys really work. 8 shows a week.
Yeah.
You're singing, you're dancing, plus you're up early with us. We did speak with your director and choreographer, Susan Stroman, also a Tony nominee again, and she had some very nice things to say about you.
Oh, wow.
Yes, Nick Cordero, who plays Cheech, is nominated, and he's fantastic because he's, you know, he can sing and he can dance and he can act, and he plays this big gangster, but he's also very sexy, so he's not bad on the eyes. So he has it all, and I was so thrilled he got nominated, really, and he's a dear person, so it makes it all, you know, you feel it in your heart when someone like that gets nominated.
You actually laughed when she said you're sexy.
I love her. Can I get a copy of that? That was amazing.
No, you are. You're kind of like, you know, you're like it's kind of the sex symbol of the show.
I'm a morning guy. What can I say?
Sure, there's dancing women, but there's you as well. I got to ask you, this is real behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah.
You do a thing with a car.
Yeah.
You drive a car. The car actually plays a role in the show.
I drive a real-life 1929 Model A Ford car
This
on stage.
is not Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
No.
Are you physically driving the car?
I'm actually driving it. Yeah, it's an electrical car. It's been kitted out with like batteries and things. And there's like a little toggle next to the steering wheel that I push down, and it accelerates and reverses all kind of gadgets that are reverse and forward. And It's great, you know. It's sort of when the audience sees the car, they know someone's about to get waxed. So,
which I
they
love.
get to laugh every time.
Plus, the other thing, here he is driving the car. He's going to kill somebody, and he's singing. He's singing along, driving the car.
It's fun.
It's just
having a great time.
Great. Talk about the sets real quickly.
Yeah.
Moving sets. It's really a beautiful show to watch too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the show takes place in 1920s New York, so it has all the glamour and Art Deco of that period. And Santo LaQuasto is the set designer. He's done many projects with Woody in the past, and it's amazing the way that the sets, you know, the scenery changes, and you know, the sets and the music and the costumes, they all, you know,
yeah, it's so integrated.
It's so integrated. It works so well to tell the story. You know, we're having a great time.
Speaking of Woody, does Woody Allen show up much?
He's working on another project at the moment, but certainly when we were previewing, he was there every day. Once he had an audience to work with, to see what was working and what wasn't, he'd be there every day writing new jokes and, you know, giving notes, and he became very excited, very invested in it.
Speaking of audiences, a lot of stars coming to the show. I saw it Tuesday. I'm walking in, and Eugene Levy and Martin Short walk in behind me.
We all went to the same high school, the three of us.
Who?
The three of us.
Eugene Levy, Martin Short, and you all went to Upton in Ontario.
Yeah, they went to high school with my mother, yeah. So they came. Brooks S. Mantis, that you saw in that, you know, the big fat suit menacing over there, is he's old friends with them. He did a show with Marty on Broadway, and so I've been bugging him about when he's going to come to the show, because it was a real thrill to meet them.
When you're up there, do you ever see a star in the audience, and do you freak out, or are the lights such that you don't really see?
I try. I don't really pay attention to who's in the audience specifically. Sometimes you hear backstage about people being, but there's a code backstage that if there's anyone fancy there, to not really.
I was wondering that.
Because
you guys don't want to know until after the show, right?
Right.
Because Liza Minnelli saw it, didn't she?
Liza came. I heard mid-show that Liza was there, and that was really exciting because, you know, she's a Broadway legend, and she was so enthusiastic and kind to the cast after the show. So it was great. It was a real thrill to meet her.
What's it like working with Zach Braff?
He is honestly a prince. He's doing incredibly well in the show. He's on stage for 2.5 hours, hardly leaves, and he's the setup guy. You know what I mean? He basically, you know, he has his own laughs and moments certainly, but he basically sets up people for their laughs and, you know, makes them look good for 2 hours. And he grew up on Woody Allen movies and Broadway musicals, so I think when this came across his desk, it was sort of a no-brainer, and he's there 110% every night.
And it's a perfect marriage of Woody Allen movies, great music that Woody loves. By the way, Chaz Palminteri, who played Cheech in the movie, it's his birthday today.
Is it?
Yeah, he said to say hi.
Happy birthday, Chaz.
What are you wearing to the Tonys, by the way? Gangster suit or tux?
I'm going tux. I'm going to go classic.
Classic, because you are classic. It's a great job.
Thanks a lot,
I'm so glad, as much as I love real estate, I'm so glad you're still on Broadway. Tony nominee, Nick Cordero, thanks for coming in. And you can buy tickets for Bullets Over Broadway from Telecharge. See it. It's a lot of fun. Thanks.
Thank you, man.